Okay, so here go the taste test. That's pretty sweet. It tastes alright. It'd be better cooked. Um, yeah, I think these are gonna be the kind that are gonna be better cooked. But you see how I planted so many? So see, when all that white, all those flowers would be ready about at the same time, that would be enough for me to cook. So that's what I'm saying. In order for you to get enough peas to really be able to do something with, you gotta plant a lot. And you can harvest off them several times. Now you don't just get one harvest. I planted some beets down in here, some Swiss chard too. Ain't none of that looking worth a nickel. Even the garlic in here ain't worth looking all that hot. It's looking okay. We have not gotten rain in a while, so that dirt looks kind of dry. Deeper, it's a little bit more moist, but it's fairly dry. But we're supposed to get rain today. That celery though is looking really good. That celery's looking nice. Y'all don't mind as I pull up some of these weeds. Like I said, I got some weed seeds got into my compost pile, and yeah, it is what it is. I think birds did it. Birds eating stuff and pooping it out. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. That's the carrots, y'all. That's how they looking. If you don't remember when I planted the carrots, you go back and you can see when I planted them. But they're looking great. They have made it through frost just fine, no problem. This is my salad bowl. Use that lightly in quotations. But yeah, elephant garlic. I took the opportunity to stab some of that in. But remember when I showed y'all I've harvested 2 or 3 more times. I harvested 5 days ago or so. And like I said, every time, I'm not going to harvest today. But see how long that leaf is? I promise you, if you harvest the way that I harvest and you keep harvesting, it makes those things want to grow more. Because they go through this thing where they're like, oh, damage, put on more leaves so that we can replace what we lost. Because they're ultimately fighting to put forth seeds. So when it warms up, they're going to bolt. But they need leaves in order to do photosynthesis to create the energy in order to bolt, because it actually takes a plant quite a bit of energy to bolt. That's why you take, the flowers and stuff off garlic, because the energy goes straight to the flower and not to the roots anymore. Same thing with onions. Same thing with most plants. That's really what it takes a lot of energy to do, is to create seed. So the more you harvest these lettuces in the fashion that I harvest them, because like I said, I don't harvest the whole head. If you haven't seen the lettuce harvesting video, make sure you check it out. I just harvest the outer leaves. And this is a gourmet salad blend mix. Barefoot Gardener sent me the seeds. Thanks for the seeds. They're gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to let this go to seed and purposely save a bunch of seed from this, because this was some really good seed. It grew really well. You can see it's really pretty. I did grow it in the cold, so I didn't have any pest problems at all with it. I don't know how long into the heat it's going to go. That's what we're going to see. We'll see, how long it takes it to bolt or whatever. But when it bolts, I'm perfectly fine with that. That's food for the pollinators. It's seed for me. And I can plant this again in the fall and potentially grow it all the way through the winter. So, and I did not cover this. I have not fed this. I haven't done anything to this lettuce. And I planted it super tight. I did not thin it. That's why you can see in here I do have some smaller plants. But really, to be honest with you, a lot of these plants were smaller. I actually sowed seed twice. I sowed like half the seed the first time, and I got okay germination, but then I had a couple die on me. I think a squirrel or something got in here and was digging around for acorns. And then I planted the rest of the seeds. So this in here was the first. The bigger stuff was the first stuff to come up. All this around kind of like the edge was the smaller stuff, was the second batch of seeds. But either way it goes, it has been delicious. It's grown really well. Haven't had any issues. My onions are doing good. I think this is one of those broccoli that I planted with the blue seeds. That's the only one that really made it. All the rest of them died. There's another one coming up right there. But I'm gonna let it come up with the onions. It's perfectly fine. I'm not worried about it. Let me get this though, because I don't want this to get rooted. All of those are air potatoes, y'all. I found like a whole bunch of air potatoes laying around, and I put them right there because I know they won't germinate right there. Well, they won't start growing roots right there. But y'all can see how good. These are my two best beds, y'all. They always have been. But you can see how good those onions look. This is what I really wanted to show y'all. My sprouting broccoli is starting to make a head. And I want to show y'all this. So I always advocate growing sprouting broccoli instead of regular broccoli. This took longer than if I had grown it in the summer. But you can see this is the head in the middle. Now this is not going to get huge like a regular broccoli. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to cut that off. I'm probably going to wait until after it rains today, tomorrow, and then cut that off. But I want to show you this. Y'all see this right here? You see how it's the second one coming in? You see below that? You see in all of the little nodes, you see those secondary shoots coming in? So this is what I mean by with sprouting broccoli, you get so much more. Now this don't seem like much now, but when you cut this, it's going to send energy into all these other ones. All these ones down in here in between. And when you do that, it's going to start sending out those shoots like crazy. And I kid you not, the last time I grew sprouting broccoli, I was harvesting every day. Also, you can plant them tighter. Now, true enough, notice I do my genetic beasts, which are the ones I'll save seeds from. This one, this one, this one. The biggest ones I'll save seeds from. Definitely this one. This one's bigger than all of them. It's prettier, more healthier leaves. But once again, look on the side. You see in between all those where the nodes are? This one's getting ahead. This one doesn't. It's starting to get. You can see them. They're little bitty, little babies. But so you can plant this tighter. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a myriad of plants in here. And don't worry, y'all. Even if these in here never make anything, which they will. Oops, sorry, fingers. Even if these in here never make anything, which they will at some point. Now, some of these itty bitty ones, like all this down here, yeah, you can pull those out. They're not going to do anything. Like this, that's not going to do anything. So pull that out and let it feed the other ones. I just pull them out and lay them down. Like I said, I just sprinkle the seeds. All that thinning and starting in the house. See, I can't start stuff in the house, y'all. These cats I got, they dig up everything. They don't allow me to start stuff in the house. 2 pieces real close to me. Like I heard them clucking. Anyway, but even these little ones down in here, you can still eat the leaves, y'all. So it's still food. You know what I'm saying? So can you plant these close together? Hell yeah. That's at least 10 plants in there. And this ain't a very big tire. What's the inside diameter of this? The inside diameter of this one is, not on that side, 18 inches. So that's an 18-inch tire on the inside diameter. That's what it is. So 18 inches, 10 plants. I really don't want to hear it about, I don't have no space. I mean, you know, people want to tell you what they can't grow. Stop reading the back of them seed packages. I'd have told y'all they lying to you. I have not really fed that. I'm going to feed it though, because now that it's making the florets, it's gonna need a little food. So I'm gonna be giving that comfrey tea and things of that nature. Yeah, I'm gonna be giving that comfrey tea and stuff like that. So yeah, you can grow in a tight space like that. My turnips, like I said, I got some in here that's looking, but most of these turnips, and you know what? I'm peeping that it's ants in here. And I'm thinking that maybe this has, yep, they've got aphids on them. Yep, they've got aphids on them. So I'm going to let it rain today, and I'll deal with the aphids. I'll deal with the aphids another day. My kohlrabi looks gorgeous. Like I said, y'all, I really just want that to go to seed. I don't have any purple kohlrabi seeds. Look at the radishes. Look at them stems. Look at the flowers. Ain't that pretty? And the bees have still been all over that. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on out here. Kale's still growing. I've been harvesting off the kale a lot. But everything's looking pretty good. And notice, see how the germination wasn't great and they weren't planted as tight? See how they don't look as good? But look at these. They're planted a little tighter. See how they look a little better? They're giving me quite a few peas though. Giving me quite a few peas. But they don't look as good as that over there that you can't even see through. So once again, if y'all think I'm joking, I have tried it, planting them the way, because pretty much the way they tell you to plant on a seed pack, it's kind of like that. Maybe a little less dense than that. But if y'all remember, I had poor germination on the first round of seeds. And then if I remember correctly, it seems like I had poor germination again after that. The seeds I had just weren't the best. Y'all forgive me as I pull weeds. I like to pull them while I'm here, because if I don't, then they don't ever get pulled. So anyway, when it comes to weeding, if you do just a little bit at a time, you'll be surprised. A little here, a little there, a little here. Elephant garlic. Hey, don't you start that. I'm making a video. Come on, Felix. Come on, Felix. Come on, Felix. Felix, come on. Where you going? Where you going? Stop that running. You know I'm finna make a sandwich out of him. He had kicked up a whole bunch of pine straw and had made him a little bed yesterday in the yard. Ain't nobody got time for 2-piece. Anyway, I am going to get out of here. I'm finna go make a sandwich, y'all. All right, till next time. See you guys later.